Hello everyone, how's it going? I am exhausted. I just recorded this and it was 10 minutes long, which is far too long and too rambly. I am going to sleep the second I finish recording this, so do forgive me if I sound exhausted, cause I am. So let's try and get to the point here. I've had a Patreon page for about 2 years now, and there are a bunch of people that have supported me there financially for pretty much that entire time. Some of them for that entire time, and your financial support helps out more than you realize. Thank you dearly. Now, until recently, I haven't actually had rewards for that. It was just, if you want to chuck me money to help support me, that's great, and I appreciate it. Now I have some rewards. We're going to start out pretty small and basic here, we're dipping our toe in the water. However, I am intending to have some more substantial stuff, like Patreon exclusive videos, or at the very least, videos that go up on Patreon way earlier than on the channel. For example, this isn't going to be regular content, by the way. Let me just make that very clear. It's going to be stuff like, podcasts or one-off gaming videos. It's not going to be stuff like Enderall or Skyrim, Dark Souls, so don't worry about that. Let's make that very clear. However, there will probably be stuff that I make specifically for Patreon that then goes up on the regular channel maybe a week, 2 weeks, maybe even a month later, so that the Patreon guys get it way earlier. Bear that in mind. Now, let me answer some common questions. What is Patreon, Jason? It is a website where you can sign up to financially support a content creator of your choice, be that a musician, a dude making videos on the internet. Hi, how's it going? That's me. I fall into that bracket. And yes, you can give whatever the hell you want. You could give $200 per month. That would be batshit insane. You'd have to be like a rich Nigerian prince or something. Or you can give $1 per month. I don't know if you can give less than $1. Not 100% certain about that. I think $1 may be the minimum, but don't quote me on that one. Now, I have tier rewards. They are at $1, $5, and $10. If you are at $10, you get the 5 and the 1 as well. If you're at 5, you get the 1 as well. If you're at 1, you get the 1. So, whichever tier bracket you're at, you still get the stuff below that. Let's make that very clear. So the way this works. Okay, I almost forgot to mention, and this is very important, these rewards will not be taking effect until the next month officially begins. So in other words, whenever you sign up between now and when you are actually charged, cool. The second you are charged, you should get put into these brackets automatically, and then once you're in the brackets, I'll know who gets what rewards, because right now, anyone that was a patron before hasn't been put in the brackets automatically, and I don't think I can do that myself, so I have actually no way of knowing who is in what brackets. At least I don't think so, because I'm quite bad at navigating the Patreon page. So again, these rewards will take effect the second you are charged, starting this month. Bear that in mind. Okay. Per month, you can choose to give me however much money you want. Again, I think $1 may be the minimum, but don't quote me on that one. And at any point, you can change that number. For example, let's say you decide, I want to give Jason $10 per month. And then, just as you're about to get charged for that, you're like, shit, I don't have $10 spare. You can bring it down to $1, or you can cancel it entirely. So at any point, you can lower the price. Price? I guess it's not really a price. You can lower the number, or you can raise it, or cancel it. So yeah, if you decide, hey, I've offered 10, I want to give him 15. Maybe he's done a really good job. At the last minute, you can change it to 15 again, or you can lower it from 10 to 1. You get my point. You can change the number whenever you like, up until the point where you actually get charged. So there you go. So it's a monthly thing. It's kind of like a subscription service. You can think of it that way. It's like an optional subscription service, I guess is the best way to think of it. Again, kind of like a pay what you want. But again, you do get these rewards at certain milestones. So, again, my personal milestones are $1, $5, and $10. Again, this is per person, not a total thing. This means if you are personally giving me $1 per month, you will get access to the Patreon-only feed on the Discord. That means, in other words, on the Patreon page, there is a community section where you have to be a patron to post there and read my posts. It's just a way of talking in a more private group if you want to, or you can message me directly, and I will, of course, prioritize that feed so that I am prioritizing the guys that are financially supporting me. So, there you go. You will also get access to my Discord. When I say access to my Discord, I do not mean free reign on the Discord. I'm not just going to have, like 15 patrons jumping in to my voice channel whilst I'm streaming. There's obviously going to be certain sections that are private for me and my friends, and there's going to be other sections which are for the patrons, where you can jump in there and either talk to other patrons with your microphone if you want, if you're not socially anxious, or there's also going to be a text channel. So you don't have to use a microphone, you don't have to hear other people's microphones. You can just type on the text channel, which is basically like a message board is the way of thinking about it. But again, it will not be open to the general public. You will be given access to that when you are a patron for $1 per month. So those are the two things you get for $1. Now, for $5 per month, your name will be shown at the end credits of every single video that I make for the duration of you being a patron. So obviously if, for example, say it's me, it's DDP. Let's actually say DDP is the guy that has, given me $5 per month. Diamond Dallas Page. Say Diamond Dallas Page has decided to give me $5 for that 1 month. At the end of every single video that I make during that month, at the end credits, it's going to say, thank you to Diamond Dallas Page, etc., etc. Of course, if Diamond Dallas Page decides not to give me $5 for a future month, the future videos will not contain his name in the end credits. But of course, it's still gonna remain there for, throughout history. Your name is always gonna be there in the end credits of whatever videos you were supporting me for that month. Hopefully that makes sense. I feel like I explained that kind of poorly, but again, I'm exhausted, so do forgive me. Now, at $10 per month, your name will be read out by me personally during the end credits of every video with a thank you message, plus all of the previous tier rewards. Again, at $5 you get the $1 tier rewards as well. At $10 you get the $5 and the $1. So, I want to point out, this means it's not going to be pre-recorded. I'm not going to say, thank you Diamond Dallas Page, Dave, Jason, and Mr. Anderson. And then you hear that just looped at the end of every video like a pre-recorded message. No, I am personally going to say it at the end of every single video that I make. Let me point out, when I say videos, I mean not stream content. The stream content will have the outro with the voice thing done pre-recorded, but if it's like an end roll video or something like that I have actually sat down to record and not done it on stream, then it will be done personally. However, I will also be doing this at the end of streams. Anytime I finish streaming, I'm going to read out everybody who is a patron for $10 plus per month to thank them. So there you go. Hopefully that's pretty self-explanatory. Now, again, if you have any questions, just post them in the comment section below. I'll do my best to answer them. I think I covered most things that people might be wondering about. I do want to go into a couple of ideas that I've had very quickly, but again, I don't want to keep you too long. So a couple of things I've been kind of rolling around in my head is I know you can release videos earlier to patrons than the general public. Now, I'm not going to be doing that with my regular content because frankly, I don't want to be a dick and I feel like that would be kind of a dick move. However, if I do record extra stuff, say for example, I sit down to record a 30, 40 hour long minute podcast about wrestling and video games, or wrestling or video games, or about my bloody life, whatever. Or I decide, hey, I'm going to play Onimusha 3 for 30 minutes and record that. What I could do is release that to the patrons early and then release it on my YouTube channel to everyone else a week, 2 weeks, a month later, something like that. So I might give early access to certain videos, but again, it's not going to be my regular content because I don't want to be a bastard. And like I say, I feel like that's just a bit of a dick move. So there's a few things like that that are probably going to be happening in the future, but for now we have those tier rewards, your name in the credits, your name read out in the credits, access to my Discord, access to the Patreon-only feed, and of course, the warm feeling in your heart knowing you're financially supporting me, which, of course, that's the greatest reward, isn't it? Yes, it is. Anyway, if you have any questions, post them in the comments section below. I am exhausted. I am going to sleep. Good night, everybody, and goodbye!